Sunday, 6th of April 25, and I'm just looking at the excellent stats for lefties X channel, and they're always doing these great polls and great graphics. It puts them, they're ahead of everyone on these sort of thing. Yeah, and I've done an estimate of, I'm looking at it from Reform's perspective, an estimate of how the seats will look. I think this is from the Find Out Now poll, which is always has Reform way ahead of the others. And apparently Reform do it, Find Out Now do it a different way from the others. They don't include don't knows or well, the people have said a few things how they do it differently. They don't include don't knows who voted before, whereas the other ones just assume they voted the same way as they did at the previous general election. Don't knows. What was the other way that people were saying? I can't remember. There was another way they were trying to predict how don't knows would have voted as the local area is now voting as a trend, that sort of thing. But yeah, whatever it is, I think Find Out Now is an outlier from all the rest. It has Reform a way ahead. And I think they're right, probably. And it's probably coming from Labour, mostly. So if you look at areas, here Stats for Lefties done, calculated a guess estimated a guess at the regions, each constituency, which is all that matters actually. It's not how much percent you get, it's how many seats you win. So here they're looking at Southern England, so that's Southwest England, it looks like to me. And Conservatives are actually up 20, if you're going by the Find Out Now poll, I think. Lib Dems still holding on at 54, and Reform are coming in at 34, plus 31 there. And it's Labour they seem to be taking the votes from. Labour are 33, down 54. And the Greens 4, up 1. I think the Greens is round about the Bristol area. So that's interesting, to me, it looks like Labour are getting pounded all over the country. And that's what I expected, People are always saying they'll take them from Tories, but I think they'll take them from Labour mainly, because Labour constituencies are places that are changing the most, really. And so I think people will be voting on one issue as a protest vote. And that's how I see Reform, as an Overton window protest vote. I'm not interested in their policies, actually. On the main subject, I've got a net zero thing there, and I'm not talking about climate change. That's no use. So, but they're the Overton window party, so for that reason, just vote them. I don't even bother who leads them. And then here's for the Midlands. Here again, the Tories are still holding on, 35 up 5. And it's Reform again, really, and Labour are getting trounced, totally trounced. Reform 42 seats, up 40. Labour 20, down 47. So they were at 67, Labour. Yeah, personally, I think Labour are finished on this issue mainly. And Keir Starmer doesn't. I think Keir Starmer thinks it's going to be cyclical. But it's not going to be cyclical this time, I don't think, because of this one issue. So I think really Labour are finished because they were the most welcoming of the main two parties, and also the Greens. They might get a vote from some newcomers to do with the Middle East, but apart from that, I think the Greens are finished as well, really. And Lib Dems, I think they're finished as well, but their vote that they've currently got might just still hang on to them. Tories, I've no idea, but I don't think so. Although they're doing pretty well in this. Here's the north of England. I think this must be East and West England by the looks of it. Reforms 65, so 65 new seats. Labour 57, down 57, so absolutely getting trounced. Tories going up slightly, 21, up 8. Lib Dems 4, and Greens +1, so the Greens are getting somewhere. Where are they again? Can't really tell from there. I wonder if that might be a vote to do with the Middle East. I'm not sure. It's a protest vote, but they're going to have independents as well, so it's not really telling us correct here. There may be 4 or 5 independents in there from the north of England to represent identity groups. Yeah, so Poll average for 2025. Labour 24 down 11. Lowest poll average for Labour since 2009. Reform 24% up 9. Tories 23%. So I'm not sure an average tells you much though, really, because the polls, most of them are putting Reform in the not so thingy and find out now I've got Reform a way ahead. It took New Labour 12 years to plunge below 25%. Let's see, so this is from a few days ago, and this is an estimate based on March polls. So maybe this is what Stats for Left is based on an estimate of all the polls put together. Labour would be 170 down 241 seats. Tories 166 up 45. Reform 155 up 150. Lib Dem 73. SNP 44 up 35. That's interesting. SNP, they're not winning all as many as they did the last time, although Scotland's going to get less seats next time. I think we're down to about 50 seats now. And Greens 6 up 2. So this is from April the 4th. And this is a find out now poll. Reform 28% up 2. Labour 22% down 1. Tories 20% down 2. Lib Dem 13 up 1. Greens 11. So yeah, this is from Stats for Lefty, so you can see how things are going. I might actually check Britain elects and that. Let's see. No, I'll just finish it. Okay, bye.